I responded to this in the comment section already, but I also wanted to talk about it here because I think it's a fascinating conversation. This comment was left on a post where I talked about the way that white feminists had been using The Handmaid's Tale to talk about their fears of a Trump presidency while ignoring the fact that those fears were things that black and brown women have actually experienced. And I contrasted that book to Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler, which is a much fuller and more helpful conversation about liberation. And so I want to talk about this comment. Because on the one hand, yes, I agree with you. It is better to raise awareness in whatever way it's being raised than to do nothing and to say nothing. But on the other hand, the constant and systematic erasure of black women is stopping us from moving forward. And I think us constantly excusing people erasing black women and in fact projecting themselves into the stories of black women as trying their best or doing what they can, I think it's actually very, very harmful. Now, that doesn't mean that I think that story or other stories that don't include black women are useless. The author is a piece of trash, but that's neither here nor there. But the book itself, I read it, and it impacted me. I read the Testaments, too, and that impacted me. But if we want to actually drive people towards a change in consciousness, a change in their worldview and the way that they approach things, especially when it comes to conversations about oppression and the fight for liberation, we have to start painting those pictures of oppression accurately. Because let's just be honest. If we, through literature, through art, through social conversations, got white women to understand that their victimhood is in part tied to their oppressive behavior towards black women, maybe we'd be somewhere different as a country. But when all of our stories about liberation erase the black woman, and in fact replace her with white women, what are we saying about oppression? I know they are just books, I know they are just stories, but they do impact the way we see the world. And for me, I'm not convinced that a story that erases black women is better than nothing. With all of that said, this is one of the most powerful books you will ever read in your life. And to be completely honest, I wouldn't be shocked if it is not available for you to buy soon. If you want to see oppression through the lens of a black woman, if you want to see the effect that it has on black women, and the effect that black women have on the fight for liberation, this is the book to read. Octavia Butler is the mother of Afrofuturism. She is the queen of sci-fi. She is everything that you need in a writer. If you read Handmaid's Tale and it changed your life, this book is about to ruin your entire understanding of the universe.